One wolf pack. One leader. One place. And one focus. Survive. This is Yellowstone, as you've never seen it. Living here is not easy. And winter strikes the hardest. A season of punishing extremes, where everyone must fight for their life. Yellowstone's winter is the ultimate test. The wolves of Greater Yellowstone are on the hunt. This is the Dark Wolf's first winter as leader. Her mate was killed. Now she's in charge. Her pack is young. Dark Wolf must teach them how to hunt as a team, or they won't live through winter. Their first lesson? How to take down an elk 5 times your size. The wolves' only chance is to work together. But the pack doesn't keep up. One good kick could crush her skull. Hunting big game alone is futile. She must teach the pack to work together, or they won't last. In winter, everyone needs a strategy to survive. For some, preparation began months ago. October. In just a few weeks, this beaver pond will freeze solid. The devoted parents who live here must be ready. Lives depend on it. Inside the beaver's lodge are 4 young kits. Each one eats its weight every week. So Mom and Dad must stockpile 6 months of sticks, or their children will starve. No time to lose. It takes nearly 100 trees to feed the family through winter. That's a ton of wood. The The icy water keeps their produce fresh for months. Today, Dad's in charge of lodge maintenance. To keep out the draft, he seals any holes with mud. No self-respecting beaver dad has a leaky roof. Mud, moss, and sticks all make perfect insulation. A well-made lodge can be 100 degrees warmer inside than out. And it's ready just in time. Yellowstone's winter strikes without warning. As temperatures plummet, tensions rise. It triggers Yellowstone's ultimate fight club, the Bighorn Sheep Rut. Every big testosterone-raging ram considers himself a contender. The arena, a coliseum of 800-foot-high cliffs. Their feet are built to grip the rock. But sheep do fall. The last ram standing gets to mate. This big old ram is reigning champ, but his trials have just begun. Each ewe is only receptive for 2 days a year. He smells carefully to see if they're ready. But the ewe's powerful scent draws a crowd, transfixes them. Call it obsession. As the testosterone peaks, so does the aggression. The champ must constantly show who's in charge. Intimidation is key. Smaller rams know when to walk away. Low blows are fair game. But the old champ's trials have just begun. This huge young brawler wants a shot at the title. And he won't leave without a fight. The main event, challenger versus champion. Winner takes all. The reigning ram and his heavyweight challenger size each other up. The ewes await their champion. Their massive horns are used as both weapon and shield. They weigh up to 30 pounds, as much as all the bones in their body combined. A massive tendon keeps their head on their shoulders. 2 layers of skull bone absorb each collision. The force of this impact could kill a human instantly. It's too much for the old ram. He has no fight left. There's a new champion in the herd. At 2 miles high, these mountains shape Yellowstone's weather. They surround the park. They sit at the end of a 500-mile corridor, forged by Yellowstone's supervolcano. This corridor is also a weather expressway, funneling moist Pacific air straight to Yellowstone. When this moisture collides with the mountains, it turns to massive amounts of snow. But there are some who use snow to their advantage. The red fox is built for winter. At only 10 pounds, he doesn't break the snow's surface. So he can search far and wide for prey. But how do you find what you cannot see? His solution? Big ears. The catch? His victims are under 2 feet of snow. But he can pinpoint the faintest sound. The fox locks onto a target. Meadow vole. But what now? If he digs, the vole will flee. Instead, he flies. Neither one will give up. Just a small bite. But in winter, every calorie counts. The dark wolf has her pack on the move. 30 miles and counting. And still no big meals. The younger wolves still have much to learn. Most days are spent searching for a lead. A wolf's nose is 100 times more sensitive than a human's. The faintest scent tells them who was here and when. The dark wolf picks up a promising trail. Droplets of blood from an injured elk. This could feed her pack for several days. Since wolves returned 20 years ago, elk have learned to avoid them. The herd splits up when wolves appear. They hide under the cover of forest. The wolves know he's here, somewhere. You can't hide blood from a nose this good. The hunt is on. The wolves must work together. Even a wounded elk puts up a fight. They take turns leading the chase, looking for weakness. The elk makes a clever move. The stream buys him some time. The inexperienced youngsters await the dark wolf's move. But the pack has lost the advantage. And they know it. Another failed hunt. Another hungry night ahead. By now, most of Greater Yellowstone's 600 grizzly bears are hibernating high in the mountains. But this huge male is still awake, and for good reason. Fresh bison meat. But even the mighty grizzly takes cover as winter closes in. Surviving winter's wrath means knowing where to look for food. Open water is a great place to start. This bobcat is hunting water birds. A crafty ambush predator. Silent, patient. And always on the prowl. Her latest kill is a huge trumpeter swan. She must defend it against her mortal enemy, the coyote. A feather is all he can get. Score one for the cats. The coyote needs a softer target, one that he can steal from, or better yet, kill. While some suffer Yellowstone's early winter, river otters are in their element. But the fun is coming to an end for this mother and her 9-month-old pup. Their home on the Yellowstone River is freezing up. But it's not frozen yet, so they'll feed here while they can. The pup is still learning to fish. It's easier just to steal Mom's. But he must learn to fend for himself. Soon she'll send him on his way. And there are many dangers in Yellowstone's winter. A starving coyote will eagerly kill and eat a young otter. The coyote is ready to attack. The otter's only chance is in the water. is patient, looking for a chance to strike. He can swim, but not like an otter. Mom and her pup are safe, for now. But Yellowstone won't let them off that easy. Soon, almost everything will freeze. Without open water, the otters will be in trouble. Yellowstone even tests its largest animals. Bison have lived here since just after the last ice age. They've survived 10,000 Yellowstone winters. But it's this calf's first. Winter forces them to search for food. The calf must keep up. The bison are not heading to greener pastures, but warmer ones. Yellowstone's geyser basins stay open all year, thanks to the chamber of molten magma boiling under the park. Beyond the thermals, the freeze is happening fast. Ponds are first to set, locking the Beaver Lodge in ice. Then slower flowing streams and rivers. Then the faster ones. Winter even tames the Rockies' largest waterfall. Lower Yellowstone Falls. The otters are now in crisis mode. There's only one hole left in the ice. And it's freezing up too. They need to leave and find a new home. But Mom is cautious. With a coyote on the prowl, she'd rather hold tight here for now. But the pup's natural instinct is to wander. This could be a fatal mistake. The young otter is caught out. His eyes are designed for life underwater. Out here, he can barely see. He's lost and alone. Halfway through their trek, the bison mother is breaking trail and struggling. Her calf can only keep up by walking in her footsteps. At its worst, Yellowstone's bitter winter can kill hundreds of bison. At last, a sign of hope. Warm water is keeping this river from freezing. The geyser basin must be ahead. So close, but Yellowstone is not done yet. Enter the lone wolf, hungry and desperate. One solitary wolf against a 1,000-pound devoted mother. The wolf will try to lead her away, then go for the calf. But it won't work. Mom has seen it all before. The mother otter has not yet found her pup. He's lost further down the frozen river. Too far for Mom to hear his calls. But the coyote hears him. Only the deep snow keeps him at bay. Mom finally picks up a faint scent. The pup's survival depends on who reaches him first. At last, Mom hears her son. And he hears her. No time for greetings. The coyote is closing in. They need to get to open water quickly. And they know just how to do it. Escape at last. In midwinter, the night sky puts on a show. But clear skies can descend into deadly cold. Temperatures can drop below -60 degrees. Stealing energy from all and and finishing off the week. The savage cold is Yellowstone's biggest killer. These winter kills help many others survive. Finally, the hungry coyote catches a break. A bison carcass. He can't let his guard down. Wolves have been feeding here. Fresh meat is hard to leave, but you don't mess with wolves. If they find him, they'll tear him apart. With wolves on the prowl, the coyote better make this meal to go. Easy come, easy go. The bison herd's long journey is coming to an end. They're close to the Geyser Basin. And now, for the first time, the calf can see a land of fire. The warmth draws them in. The calf and his mother finally arrive. Day and night, scalding water erupts from the subterranean furnace. It can kill any animal that falls in. But for the herd, it's a snow-free oasis. Last, they can eat. The grass is last season's, but it does the job. This meal comes with a price. The geyser water deposits fine grains of silica all over the grass. Bison can live for 20 years, but this sandy grass may grind down their teeth in only 12. And then they'll starve to death. For the bison, these hot springs are both salvation and curse. Their presence is felt throughout the park. All this hot water creates one of the most unique river systems in the world. Every second, over 500 gallons pours into Yellowstone's Firehole River, warming it by up to 18 degrees. So this river never freezes. It's a natural warm sanctuary in a frozen world. The desperate otters are into their 10th mile. But finally, the sound of survival. Wolf's hungry enough to catch his own fish. He's faced Yellowstone's dangers and survived. He's ready to set out on his own. But maybe not just yet. Under the ice, the beaver family has weathered well through 4 months of winter. There's still plenty of food on the table, which is good, as Mom and Dad have 3 new mouths to feed, making it 7 kids in all. They've worked hard for their success, but their victory is part of a bigger picture that starts with the wolves. Wolves hunt elk, which means elk may eat fewer of the beaver's trees. Successful beaver ponds are popular with trout. Otters love trout. Fewer elk also means less competition for bison, whose population is now thriving. Wolves spark an ecological chain reaction that benefits many who live here. But for it all to work, the wolves must do their job. Kill. The dark wolf and her pack haven't eaten in days. But they have a target, a yearling. Dark wolf drives the elk into deeper snow, where she'll have the advantage. The others now know what to do. They choose their target well. The yearling is tiring. At last, the pack has learned how to hunt together. With this kill, they've turned Yellowstone's savage winter into their ally. And with their success, all of Yellowstone will triumph.